All right, thank you so much for reviewing my submission for the Hedera Apex Hackathon 2026. I'm Sonic, I'm with Hologlass, and today I will be going through our pre-alpha demonstration for the judges and anyone else who happens to find this video. So first thing, what are the pieces? Well, the biggest thing that I'm introducing to you here is Hologlass. So this is the dashboard. This is what we're looking at today. This is a live dashboard, and basically right now it's disconnected. What are the pieces that we're going to go into this? It's Hologlass, and the other one is Goose. So let me switch over there because that's where a lot of the action is going to be. Good day, Goose. Could you check to see if I have any new emails, please? I know Sarah mentioned a meeting invite. All right, so that's going to load up the extensions, which immediately turns on the dashboard. So I'll switch over there in just a second. But first, let's see what Goose has to say. So Goose told me I found an email from Sarah Chen about a meeting invite for the Q1 analytics review coming up on March 15th at 2 o'clock. Would you like help reviewing the analytics dashboard? Well, that's exactly why I have Goose installed. So I will ask for that help. But firstly, let's take a look over at the dashboard. So now that Goose is running, you can see here that MCP is connected, and we've got our radar going over here. Basically, this is going to be our interaction layer for the agent interactions. So my wallet's already connected here through Hash Connect or Wallet Connect or Hashpack or Connect or whatever it's called. It's connected. And so what we're going to be doing is switch it back to Goose, and I'm going to say, hey, Goose, yeah, absolutely. I want some help. Let's do it. And let's watch what happens. Uh-oh, LS/LA. What is that? Okay, well, Hologlass picked something up. Let's see. All right, so Hologlass requests a confirmation for a gated execution LSLA. That seems totally benign. Yeah, let's go ahead and approve that. Seems good for me. It wants to use temp meeting.ics. Let's go ahead and approve that one. Okay with that. Switch back to Goose. Temp.ics. All right, I'm okay with that. All right. As you can see, it just tried to fire off a bunch of commands, just to try to find an ICS file that it should be able to find through my calendar tool. Let me switch back to the dashboard. So the first couple were authorized, and then these started coming in rapid succession, right? You'll see that these are all the timestamps for all, just seconds apart here. Was that 23, 39, 47? So just 2 seconds. And the reason why it failed is there's missing permission tokens. So it doesn't have enough permission tokens. Let's go ahead and mint some. Okay, 5 new tokens. That should be enough for us. Clearly what you can see is the calendar tool is not working, right? It's trying to run commands on my machine for some reason, and I don't know why. And it's just trying to find paths and get children, select object, full name, right? I never asked for this. It should be, if everything's working properly, working just fine, right? It should just find my calendar invite, should just find the attachment and go from there. However, what's happening is the agent is going into my command line and trying to do things. And if I was just an average user and I didn't have Hologlass, or I had given elevated permissions, didn't have manual checks involved, these commands would just be running in the background and I'd just be sitting there waiting for a response. And in the meantime, if I allow these commands to continue, as you'll see, there would be an exfiltration of my keys. I basically would lose my SSH keys. It's in that calendar invite. I embedded it myself, and it would work if I just let this happen. So I'm not going to let this happen. I'm going to go ahead and deny it. And for now, we're going to go ahead and move forward. So that's the demonstration of Hologlass working live for you. Now let's take a quick look over at what we got going on HashScan. So let me switch over, see what we got here. So here's my topic ID. As you can see, there's some old proofs that I had. Let's see what's going on with our updated messages. Oh, perfect. So we made it all the way to this sequence. So you can see the transactions back on February 23rd, right? I minted this token at this time, and that is exactly what you want to be seeing for these permission tokens. the biggest thing is that basically those proof hashes that we were looking at, when that gate is open, that is a gate, right? So we're approving or denying that gate based on whatever proof hashes were calculated and then attesting to those proof hashes. So that's what makes these distinct from a log. It did not decide which proof was generated. And that is the difference between a legal attestation and a log. So, I just want to make sure that we're keeping that in mind, that we're able to attest, and the biggest thing that I want to have you all take away from this is Hedera, gives us consensus about what happened, right? Ontologic gives us consensus about why it happened. And Hologlass gives us consensus about who approved it. The records show what the possible outcomes were cryptographically before the decision was made, and with additional, logging attestation layers. Again, this is a minimal example. All of those things can be recorded and attested to prior to the actual human in the loop making that click. And I think that's really cool. I think we're going to need that in the future. So just, want to say again, thank you so much for your consideration. And I look forward to hearing back from you.